What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, well, I've got a bit of toothache actually, and it's really annoying, but I've got a little bit of time before I have to go to the dentist, so, with all of that borne in mind, I thought we'd have a chat about some news which came down for the Piece TCG. The World Championships was good for us for news. I'll link all my other videos in the description, make sure you go and check them out. But just as a little bit of a reminder, we had a new set revealed, OP09, still no sign of OP08, which is weird. We had a set of 6 starter decks revealed. We had the ban list come down. We had news of a new Sakazuki to replace the one that was banned. And we had news of sound loaders. Yes, that is literally kind of, well, they're like top loaders you keep your cards in, but they make sound. They're weird, alright, and they're kind of amazing. Oh, and a couple new serial cards just for good measure. Did I mention a reprint set got revealed? Yeah, they got a reprint set revealed as well. It has been a gigantic weekend for news, but there's a couple things we haven't talked about, starting with Starter Deck 14. And I mentioned that this was weird at the weekend, and it totally was. Because they went and revealed this set of 6 starter decks, starter decks 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And I told you at the time, like, they haven't revealed starter deck 14. And it's super weird that they've revealed this set of 6 starter decks, starting with 15, without revealing starter deck 14. That is very strange. Well, wonderful news! They have now gone and revealed starter deck 14. It is a Straw Hat starter deck featuring Luffy. It is 3D 2Y and it is releasing in Japan on the 27th of April. Remember, all of these dates and such we've got at the moment, they're all Japanese dates, yeah? Because it was a Japanese stream revealing Japanese information. Obviously, we will get this in the not too distant future, but right now, we just have to wait and see. But this is basically everything we were expecting. It is a 51 card deck with 1 leader and 50 cards of the deck. There are 10 Don cards and then 2 super rare and 14 common. All of this is very standard what we would expect. It is confirmed to be a deck built around the Straw Hat crew. That's where it says here. And it is a black deck featuring Monkey D. Luffy as the leader, which it says here, but of course, we've also literally got this picture of the Monkey D. Luffy leader. We don't really need to be told it's a black deck with a Monkey D. Luffy leader, because we've got the Monkey D. Luffy leader. There we go. And this is kind of cool, honestly. And look, I know it's not the first Luffy starter deck we've had. And I know it's not even the first black Luffy starter deck we've had. We literally had starter deck 8, which was a black Luffy starter deck, and now we're back with another black Luffy starter deck. Yep, I'm sure it'll be fine. For what it's worth, I think this one's more exciting than that one. Now, we do have the leader, and I have done the translation myself, and what we've got here is a 5,000 power, 5 life. That is all very standard, incidentally, for a monocolor leader. And we got Don X1, and all of your characters gain 1,000 power. And if you have an 8 cost or higher character on the field, this leader gets plus 1,000 power. Now, having a 6,000 power leader is a very, very, very big deal. We've seen that Charlotte Katakuri getting a 1k boost most turns has done wonders for that leader being good. We've seen Edward Newgate being good really since the moment it landed. And then, of course, we had Starter Deck 10 that gave us another Luffy that was a 6k Luffy, which has been pretty good. Although I will say over the finals, etc. recently, it's not really shown up that much, but it did win a regional over in Liverpool, so let's not pretend it's not a good card. So what we've got here is another Luffy, and it's got a brand new mechanic. Raising cost. We know for a long time, for a very long time, well, not that long, because the game's not been out that long, but since Black came around initially, they have been lowering your opponent's cost. One of the cards that got banned yesterday was Great Eruption, gives one of your opponent's characters -2 cost for the turn. The Sakazuki that got banned has a skill whereby when you're attacking, you get to -1 cost to one of your opponent's characters. And the redo, the promo Sakazuki we're getting instead of it, has got a skill that once during your turn you can discard or trash a Navy card from your hand to give one of your opponent's characters -1 cost for the turn. Black lowering cost has been a thing since Black came around. Now we're raising cost, which is kind of brilliant. Maybe. Because here's the thing, right? Like so many things, we are missing a whole bunch of information. The classic example I always give here is the Hody Jones leader, that when it was revealed, it was like, hey, here's a skill that stops life being taken to your hand by your own skills. And when that was initially revealed, I was like, yeah, we have no green cards right now that do that. Like, that's not a thing in green. We must be missing some information. And then, of course, in OP06, where Hody Jones debuted, oh, look, now there's a whole bunch of cards that add your life to your hand. This is a very classic thing. So, I can't give you a great approximation of how good this leader's going to be. We need to see the rest of the starter deck, and then the other cards in future sets which build off of this. I can tell you that giving a 1k bump to a leader basically every turn, and it's literally just Don X1, which will then give you a 7k to be fair, is a very nice thing that's going to help you immensely. And I can tell you that raising cost is interesting, and they must be building mechanics around it, but I can't tell you too much more than that. We know, we were told in the distributor listings for this, because we always get the distributor listings first and then the Japanese reveal. That's just the way it always goes. We know from the distributor listings that this deck is going to be built around the mechanic of raising cost. We've seen that this raises cost for all of your characters. Presumably, we're going to get a whole bunch of other characters that, if they get their cost raised by X amount, they're going to be way better, and Luffy is definitely going to help with that. For anyone wondering, because this is a fairly important point, this will only affect the cost of characters on the field. Just like the skills we've seen at reduced cost, they don't actually reduce the cost to play, otherwise the whole increasing cost mechanic would be garbage. They are increasing the cost when they're on the field. They don't actually affect what you're paying to play the card. We're going to know more about this as the reveals get going. It's coming out in a month and like 3 weeks. So it's not going to be too long until we have more information about this. As always, all the information revealed, I will be here with you. But it's not the only news that came out, ladies and gentlemen. We've also got a couple of new playmats. Now, one of these is going to look very, very familiar, because it is the alternate art secret rares from OP07. I made a point recently of telling you that I think Basai's artwork is awesome. I think they've been knocking it out of the park lately. And you'll notice here that this is just a playmat which is stitched together with the alternate art Sabo and the alternate art Ace, both of which they are the two secret rare alternate arts from OP07, and they are both done by Basai. I personally think the art is amazing. I actually really want this playmat. I think it's extremely cool, and it's nice. Now, we are told that this is going to be releasing on April the 27th, and it is going to be exclusive to the official shop. Those are the One Piece TCG shops, and it is retailing for 3,850 yen, which is kind of cool. If you want that in a currency more of you use, we're talking about $26. And I tell you what, we've seen this time and again, the playmats and stuff Japan gets, we tend to get as well. I'm not announcing anything, I can't, but I would be very surprised if this didn't pop up in official One Piece stores over here. The other playmat, though, is a little bit special, because what we've got is actual Oda artwork for the One Piece TCG, and it's beautiful, but it weirds me out that they've shunted all the artwork to the right, so the left is just a map with One Piece card game written on. It looks off-center and it's weird, and I get why they do it. I've done similar things in my videos, but it's still a little bit weird. But it is Oda artwork of the Straw Hat crew, so it's kind of beautiful. It's going to be released at the CS 2024 event starting in May, and I believe it is actually an original Oda illustration. So if you're a fan of Oda artwork, and I'm willing to bet a lot of you are, given that, Oda draws One Piece and this is One Piece TCG. So yeah, this is incredibly cool. You got to wait till May. It's an event playmat. I don't know exactly how available it is going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. And I need to finish off with a correction from something from a previous video, and this is on me, and I know better, and I'm sorry. When I showed you the sound loaders the other day, these are the leaders that make sounds in their cases, which is still one of the weirdest things that's happened in One Piece so far. I told you, and I'm a little embarrassed about this because my translation skills are better than this. I told you that Luffy was releasing on the 26th of March and Enel was releasing on the 22nd of April. That's not right. The reservation period for them is open from the 26th of March to the 22nd of April. I know that this means reservation period. My Japanese is far from perfect, but I know well enough to know that this is reservation period, just like I know this is price. So, sorry about that. That's really dumb, and I apologise, but I have at least come and corrected myself now. That is not the release date for each of them. That is the reservation period, and I'm sorry for what is frankly a really dumb translation mistake, because I know way better than that. But I've apologised and corrected it, so there we go. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this new starter deck. Tell me what you think about these new playmats. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.